With sentence placement questions, we want to try to narrow our focus as much as possible. I think that a lot of people have trouble with these because they have a bad strategy. They tend to just take the sentence and read the paragraph 4 different times with the sentence in the different places that the choices tell them to. And that's very time consuming. It might get you the right answer, but it takes a lot of time, and a lot of times it doesn't get you the right answer because it blocks your brain up. There's too much information, and so you can't really pick out the things that matter because you're just flooded with stuff. So that's why, the more we can narrow our focus, the better. And so let's look at sentence 1 and see if there's anything about the sentence that's going to force us to place it somewhere. Now, it's kind of just a bland sentence. A report by the Space Foundation estimated that NASA contributed $180 billion to the economy in 2005. Okay, so why might this be informative? I don't know. Now I'm going to take some guesses, make some assumptions, give myself some things to think about as I read the rest of the paragraph and look for similar ideas. Well, it's introducing a report, so maybe if there's another sentence that talks about the report, this needs to come before it. It's talking about money, so maybe I'm looking for sentences that are also about money. It's talking about 2005. Maybe there's a chronology element. I don't know. I'm genuinely just looking for things to think about. But I have now like 2 or 3 things that I might help me. So now I look at the rest of the paragraph, skipping sentence 1, and I just try to read it and see if there's anywhere that like needs a one of these ideas or kind of like fits with one of these ideas. So let's look at sentence 2 to start. More than 60% of the contribution came from commercial goods and services created by companies using space-related technology. So the fact that it's referencing the contribution as if it's already been talked about kind of tells me that sentence 1 probably needs to come first before sentence 2 so I can reference it. Notice it's also about money, the contribution. It doesn't say anything about time, but it seems to be referencing the same report, right? Because it's got a little bit of a statistic there. Let's keep reading just to be sure. This translates as excellent returns from an agency that received approximately $17.7 billion in tax dollars in 2014. More about money. This investment by taxpayers enhances not only the national economy, but also the United States' competitiveness in the international market. Moreover, the benefits of NASA funding extended beyond the purely economic, as astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson indicated in his testimony before the U.S. Senate. For a penny on a dollar, we can transform the country from a sullen, dispirited nation weary of economic struggle to one where it has reclaimed its 20th century birthright to dream of tomorrow. Okay, the whole paragraph's about money. And this first sentence kind of gets the ball rolling by telling us about a report that talks about the money. So it's good to keep it where it is. But honestly, the main thing that really helps me here is the way that sentence 2 is structured. The way that it's clearly referencing something that was already introduced. Those kinds of things are much more important when you're doing these questions than the topics of what's going on. If you can look for structural connections, that's safer and easier, I think, generally. So pronouns, things like this, where it's referencing something that must have come before, that can help us place the sentence where it's supposed to be. But no matter what, this was much easier because I narrowed my focus to a few ideas and just thought about those ideas as I read. It gives your brain less to do so that it can notice more.